Better than going back to school. Pricing on a laptop and a Chrome. It's our today's special. Take a look. Aaron just sent me over the lilac and the lavender. I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. We always love the colors, but boy, this is a workhorse. And it is, I said this, Aaron, it's better than back to school pricing. You can't find anything like this. We're $200 off of what you expect to pay for this HP 14-inch touch Intel Chromebook, which is your laptop, which is like, it's your everything. Okay, so many little nifty things. Software special that comes along with it. Mouse comes along with it. $60 brings it home today with 5 FlexPay and free shipping and handling. 3,500 plus have been sold. And here's the thing. We would have loved to, Aaron Berger, of course, our electronic expert here at HSN, bring in 10,000 if possible, right? And they would go.
We plan to spend, what is it, 5 o'clock? We plan to spend a full hour at 5 o'clock, a full hour at 8 o'clock, and 35 minutes at 11 o'clock, and then we thought we would sell out. Instead, Lynn and I are gonna sell this out in the next 35 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
And you'll see why in a minute. I'll let Lenny show you the colors. I'm so psyched. We haven't worked together for probably 2 or 3 years. She's one of my favorite humans, and we get to do
back
this
at
together.
You. I adore you.
It's going to be fun, and when you see what this thing does, it's wild.
Even for a laptop, isn't this our best price that we've done?
The best price that we're doing for the rest of the year on a today's special.
Wow.
So, you know, again, I've been here. This is my 19th year. This is Lenny's 34th amazing year. She started when she was 2.
I love you.
And we're used to, in November is when you get to say, you know, for Black Friday, you get to say, oh, this is the best value we'll see all year, et cetera. And when I say we, I should be clear. I work with HP. I'm an HP guy. I get to bring HP here. I know what HSN's doing. I've worked with HSN for 20 years too. But I speak for HP when I say we are not bringing a lower price laptop as a today's special for the rest of the year. So that's not for back to school. That's not for Black Friday. There's a lot of things that influence that, from global things to the fact that Windows 10 is going away. I'll talk to you about that later. But here's what you need to know. That today, for the best price all year on a laptop, you can have a touch screen. That by itself is a $200 value.
Sure.
That's why at our everyday price, which is a couple $100 more than this, it's a heck of a deal. In retail, we're talking about over $900 of computer and software. Wow. It's not just a computer. This is, do you see that? This is called the HP 360 line. It is, hand to heart, I use an HP 360 computer every day. That's the one I personally use. Yeah. And I'll tell you the truth, probably 70% of the time, I personally use my computer like this. Right. But probably 15% of the time, it becomes my tablet. Notice, whether it's vertical or horizontal, it will automatically, it has what's called a G sensor inside it. Probably the other 15% of the time, I'd go this way. This is called tint mode. This is wonderful. If you're watching a movie, I think I've got a little YouTube movie up going on down here. It's just kind of some pretty background stuff. First of all, the quality of this screen is, as my late father would say, lights out. It is just an extraordinarily beautiful screen. This is a nice way to watch a movie, so that's yet another mode. And then the last one, if you're ever giving a presentation and you just want to look a little slicker than anyone else in the room, you set your computer up like this.
Very
and you
cool.
give your presentation like this, and let me tell you what, everybody's gonna go, they know what they're doing.
Okay, we haven't even gotten anywhere close to all the things that this is offering. I wanna update you. Okay. We're going right now, counting backwards. The sky blue, that's the color that you see right there in front of.
I'll show you the outside of it.
I have 60 left.
Oh, gosh,
oh my goodness. Okay, then I'm gonna show you the prettiest. I said, they handed it to me, it's like, well, jewelry. I was like, it's so beautiful. This is that lilac lavender. And then, lastly, the silver, the glacier silver. Okay, I have 100 left there. You know what? Obviously, color really doesn't matter. We want to know it, but
might as well pick the one you love,
absolutely,
right?
if you're able to do so. Yeah. Okay, so we just talked about the fact the lowest price laptop rest of the year.
Yep.
You're looking, it's so simple, a touch of the button. There's so many things that we want to get into that you can go instantly. I mean, whether it's just using it for, you know, searching the web, doing your banking, watching movies, playing games, video chatting with the people that you love.
High def camera built in.
This has enough power that it's gonna, and memory and all of that, right,
I don't
Aaron?
want you to look at that $299 price for a minute and think, oh, but it's not gonna.
Yeah.
And I do my very best in this presentation to prove that to you. And the way I do, it's kind of an example. Those of you who watch a lot know that I sell a lot of $600, $700, $800 computers. And my typical thing to do is I try to pull up maybe 2 or 3 or 4 windows, because most people's computers can't do that without slowing down. It's called multitasking, right? Nobody, and I mean nobody, would think on a $299 computer that I could have hsn.com up, and that I could have, oh, that webcam that we talked about. There's your webcam. It even has a security shutter built into it. And then I could also have, gosh, what all do I have? Oh, the #1 app store in the entire world, the Google Play Store, is built into your computer. So you can download all of that kind of stuff. Here's one thing I want to do. As we get to below 500 units, just before we get there are 2 quick things, because so many of you are buying more quickly this presentation. You understand it's going to be our last presentation. And I don't want you to miss out on 2 things that have been really hot. The hottest is this. Everybody needs a way to carry their laptop, right? If you go to a computer store, you usually spend, what, between $700 and $900, say, on a computer, and then you get to the part where, oh, well, I need a way to protect it, and that's usually $80 or $90. Today,
and they got you.
And they got you, because you do need one.
Yeah.
This is designed specifically and exclusively for HSN. It's the Harrison laptop bag, a $30 laptop bag. I wish you could reach through and feel it. The material is so high quality, and just a couple of really quick things to show you about it. The blue, also in the Harrison laptop bag, is going to be our first color to sell out, followed by the ivory, but we have red and gray too. So, lots of room inside. In fact, Rocky, one of our producers who we've worked with forever, was being clever earlier, and he said, Aaron, I think you could fit another computer in there. And I said, Rock, I think you're absolutely right.
You still have room.
So you've got plenty of room in there. This is what I think is so smart. And I don't mean to take too much time from the computer, but I do think it's worth seeing. There are 2 pockets. So I've sold so many bags, so many laptop bags that have 1 pocket, and everything just kind of goes to the same gutter. You know, you just kind of, you spend your life trying to figure out where it is and where it went. This keeps you nice and organized. There's a mouse that you can put in one pouch. You can put your power cable in the other. It's about a 12-hour battery life. And then the last thing, I'm gonna stand up for this actually. So, you know, the typical laptop bag, I think, doesn't have a ton of smart design built into it. This has a handle, a kind of hideaway handle, and it's held not horizontally but vertically. I just think it's so much chicer.
Yeah, it's really
you know, you can also hold it like this. You can also throw it in your backpack, whatever. But there is a built-in handle. Again, anyone who has a laptop, 15.6 inch or smaller, these have been incredibly popular today. So I wanted to give you, we might have 2 more minutes between now and the end of the show to tell you. Wanted to give you a heads up on that as you're ordering your computer to choose a laptop bag.
Because you also get that 5 flex pay too, Aaron.
That makes it easier,
It's our Brands We Love weekend. HP is absolutely one of those. And we have an amazing partnership. That's the only way we could really do something like this. We know in the past you love the Chrome and you love the laptop. To be able, and I love what Aaron said earlier, to offer all the features, and again, power and memory and all those other things you're looking for, don't be dissuaded by $299.
Yeah. Don't think, is it enough?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And this man, as we know, 20 years, just about 20 years, been bringing to us some of the top electronics here at HSN. This is a really special, this is why it's not even 530 yet, or not even 515, and we're saying, we're way under 500, by the way.
Look, I'm going to tell you, if you're an astronaut, you know, if you're designing the next rocket to the moon.
This isn't for you.
I want to be real frank. I don't think I'm, you know, surprising anyone there. If you're that specific of an engineer, you know what kind of computer you need. But for Lenny, for me, for my mom, for someone who's retired, for a student, I would say through college, probably for, like, you know, an arts and science typical major, probably through grad school, quite frankly. This is a computer, because it's a Chromebook, it's safer to use. Let me spend a minute talking about Chromebook. So I don't think the reviews on this are fantastic. I don't think anyone will say that's not enough power, particularly because I can show you. I mean, you see how quick it is, and you see the things we're doing. What are the things you do? You watch a little bit of video, or maybe you webcam with your friends and family. Here's a video that I have playing right here. Or you want to hop into Netflix. I've got Netflix up here somewhere. I think I've got it down along the bottom. I'll pull up Netflix for you in a minute. Or you go to your favorite website. When you pinch and zoom, does it pause on your favorite website? If you open up a second website, does it get slower? It doesn't here. So that speed is key. The other thing I don't want anyone to go is, okay, wait. Okay, wait, he's talking fast, he's excited. So I wanna make sure that I'm hearing everything. This is called a Chromebook, and many people go, well, that computer that Lynn has and that Aaron has, that looks great. It's touchscreen. I've always wanted a touchscreen computer. $300. They said it has a webcam built in. It comes with a mouse, but it's a Chromebook. I want a computer. What's a Chromebook? Let's take a minute to explain it, okay?
Question.
What is a Chromebook, and for what do we use a Chromebook? A Chromebook is a laptop computer, period. So that's the answer. Let me go a little further. All different computers have all different operating systems, and I'll come back to this still in just a minute, but let me just explain to you, if I may. We call it a Chromebook because the operating system, which is like Microsoft has it's called a PC and has a Windows operating system. Apple is called a Mac, and they have their own operating system. Chromebook has Google Chrome's operating system. That's why it's called a Chromebook. It is essentially transparent to those of us who use it every day. There are some wonderful advantages, and I'm going to talk about those now, but the reason it's called a Chromebook is just because the operating system is the Google Chrome operating system. Why does that matter to you? To a certain extent, it doesn't matter to you. You just have a faster, safer, easier to use computer. But let me tell, for those of you who really like the deets, let me show you. This is why a Chromebook is superior in many, many ways. Not only do you get more computer for a lower price, that is not a subjective thing to say, that is absolutely objective. You get more computer for a lower price with Chromebooks, but you also get these 3 big S's. Here we go. Number 1, speed. There is virtually no setup or startup time. Your Chromebook, man, from the minute you get on, you log in, Lynn Murphy on gmail.com, if you just so happen to have things on, maybe you save things on a Google Drive, or you have some things on your Gmail account, or maybe you use Google Calendar, they're just all there. I mean, it sets up literally in minutes. It also starts up, turns on and off in about 10 seconds.
Really?
So no more pressing the button and waiting 90 seconds for your computer to come on. That's speed. Number 2, simplicity. You can easily access all the Google apps that you use every day. So do you use some of those I just mentioned? Gmail and Google Earth and Google Calendar and Google Drive. Many of us use those every day, plus a million more. The #1 app store in the world, where there are nearly 1 million free apps, is the Google Play Store. That's on here. So simple to access everything. This is what's most important, though. This is what I really want you to hear. I know it's a lot of words and a lot of information and a lot of bests, and it genuinely is those things. But what is so important is the security of this. So unlike probably any computer you've ever bought, the Google Chrome operating system has been around since 2012. There has never one time been a virus or a hack or malware or ransomware or any of that introduced to the Google operating system.
Is that right?
So what that means is you don't have to be your computer technician. You don't have to spend $50, $60, $70 a year and then not know how to install it and get somebody to help you and freak out. If I click this link, am I gonna, send an email I didn't mean to send to my great Aunt Sally? That's all gone. You get to use your computer, love using your Facebook, love seeing your videos, love streaming on the web. I describe it this way. I like to drive my car. I have to go places. Everybody likes to have a nice car. If I had to change the windshield wipers myself, or if I had to change the oil, I wouldn't like it anymore. I have to have somebody do that. I don't know how to do those kind of things. If you're like that, like so many people, Lynn, on your computer, you just want it to work, right? Chromebook is for you.
And I want it to be safe.
Thank you.
I don't want, I don't have to worry about antiviral and all this and that and what do I do and how do I do it, and I just want that peace of mind, honestly. But I still want to be able to do everything that I love to do on a computer,
It's not like you want to give up your movies or give up easy email.
Right.
You just want it to be safe all on its own.
100%.
Perfect idea for you there.
Here's what's happening, Aaron. We are at 411.
Oh, okay.
I know. Listen.
Short day.
It's today's special final presentation. I don't even think it's going to make the hour, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing, but that is the final full presentation right here, and for good reason. We're just touching on all of the amazing specs. This, anywhere else, you mentioned, HSN price is showing $499. But we didn't even talk about the mouse. We didn't even talk about the software. We haven't even talked about all the other things, the ease, and actually the button modes on here that you would send us
the
information.
Everything button. I'm going to show you the everything button. Yeah, you're going to dig that.
It's like
really cool.
Any questions that we typically have on a laptop or something new that we're buying, like a computer or a Chromebook, it's like, they've made it easy. And this man right here, you work with HP, you work with HSN, you know what we want. You know, look, yes, if we want to invest in a $1,000 computer, there's a reason for that too.
Sure.
Right? We want something that is beyond $299, but we want something that's safe, we want something that's easy, we want something that's fast, we want something that is gonna do the things we wanna do, like watch movies, talk to our loved ones, go on email, book, you know, fabulous trips if we're able to do so, get recipes, all of those things. You know, this is the way to do it. And touchscreen, all these things keep going back. I remember
the biggest.
First touchscreen we did, and it was like, I don't know, maybe $6.99. And
We probably did it together.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say, the biggest innovation in the 2 decades that I've been working electronics at HSN has been touchscreen. That's the #1 thing people ask for. And here's what it means. It means if you're on the web, you're checking out something by Juliana or anything, you see, oh, those sandals look cute, or I want to see that jewelry more clearly. You can pinch and you can zoom. And even though this is a 14-inch screen, it has a 12-hour battery life, it's incredibly portable and on the go and all of that, you can see everything so clearly, even the small print. So I just had a big birthday, had a milestone birthday. I turned 50 on May 4th.
You look like you're 30.
Oh gosh, well you're sweet.
Happy birthday, Angel.
Thank you.
Belated.
Thank you so much. It was a big birthday, and I'm definitely getting to the, I have what they call monovision. So I can see far away in one eye and close in the other. And I'm lucky because I've been able to push off reading glasses longer because of that. Well, that's coming to an end. So my point with all of that is, I can't read right now from here. I can't look at that and read what it says. But because this is touchscreen, if this resonates with you, if you have the same thing, oh look, I can make it as big as I want. And it says free exchanges and easy returns. We want you to love what you buy. If you don't, send it back within 30 days. You need the same item in a different color, etc. We'll return it to you, or we will send you a new one for free. I bring that up because, like Lynn said, I work with HP at HSN, but I work with HP at other places as well. And most of those big boxes, you have 15 days to return your computer and a 15% restocking fee. So that would be $45 to try it out. That's not true here. While we've got less than 400 computers left, I would do 2 things. I'd pick a color. I would put one of the Harrison laptop bags in my cart with it and get it home and try it out while we still have the opportunity.
Sky blue just sold out.
Okay, so
but that's okay. Listen, if you love the sky blue and you want a color,
never go wrong with silver.
Get the lilac and lavender. That's what I want. I can't get it. I knew it was going to be gone. It's a final presentation, and of course the silver. I mean, right? That's like universal #1 top seller.
It's an always win. You want to see something really cool that I don't think you've ever seen, because I don't think I've ever had this in a show with you. So there is, we always have sort of extra things along with the computers. We call them accessories. Again, the Harrison bag has been the runaway hit. I literally talked to my buyer today and said, we got to make sure we have more of those, because they're going to be gone, by the end of the day. But there's something else called, it's called a laptop sling. See this right here, Lenny? See this right here, everybody? This is called the laptop sling. The laptop sling goes on the bottom of your computer. So you peel that white piece off, kind of like if you've ever put a hook in your bathroom. It has like that kind of glue on the back. And it's just like that. And it goes on permanently to the bottom of your computer. Now here's what you can do. I'm gonna stand up. First of all, just walking with your computer is so much safer now, because you can carry it more easily. Typing feels better because it gives you a little bit of an angle. I've heard people with carpal tunnel say they really like that. So those 2 things are nice. So far, so good. But that ain't nothing. The thing that gets everybody.
Oh, no way.
Did you see that? Okay.
That is too cool.
It has a retractable strap. It's there when you need it. It's not when you don't. We saw it out of the blue color of this. We have it in black. We have it in red. We have it in pink. I'm sorry, pink, red, and black. Yeah, that's right. And what's really fun about it is when you need an extra hand, when you need to grab your grandkid by the hand, car keys and coffee, whatever's in this hand, or just for walking around campus or whatever, it is universally compatible with every computer, every brand, every size, and people have gone crazy for it.
Pretty genius.
Pretty smart, huh?
We have 300 left.
Yeah. So
that's it. That's how popular they've been. And they're $39.99. So it doesn't have to be just on this Today Special.
Not at all.
That could be, as you mentioned, any other laptop that you have. It's universal. So yes, please ask about the accessories. But let's jump right back in, because for a lot of people who are just tuning in with us, this launched last night at midnight. We are truly at the final presentation, not only final presentation, the final quantities. So I think we're at 340, all right? So that's gonna be in the lilac lavender or in the glacier silver, but we're gonna take you back from the very beginning. This is better than back to school pricing. This is something we would typically do in fourth quarter before, you know, again, holiday season. This is the last or the lowest today's special in a laptop.
Yes, ma'am.
Price that we're doing.
For the entire year it is.
For the rest of the year. Okay, but you're not giving anything up, and I love what you said, Aaron. This is perfect for me, it's perfect for you, it's perfect for my mom, it's perfect for the student, it's perfect for the college student. It has, don't be fooled by that price, right? And yet, the speed, when you had all those individual programs open, I'm like, wait a minute.
Just watch. I mean, you can see for yourself, you know, what.
You would never think at $299 a laptop you'd be able to do that.
But you can. And one of the reasons you can is the technology is a little different. This is a Chrome operating system. Speed is one of the tenets on which the Chrome operating system is based. Another big part of this, you might see $299 in here and say, you know, it's the lowest that we'll do on a Today Special this year for computer, et cetera, and you may have thought, and this would have been a very reasonable supposition, you might have thought, well, they'll probably do, you know, a medium level processor. That would have been fair, you know, and I would have told you, like, we try to be really transparent here. Like I said, this is not for a geonuclear physicist, but this is great for mom and dad and student, you know, for the everyday computer user, right? Who wants a better, faster, safer experience. You will see this processor is not just a run-of-the-mill processor. This is a processor, believe it or not, you probably know one processor brand in the world, and you probably know, bum, 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 bum. That should sound familiar. That is Intel inside. It is one of the 10 most well-known companies in the world. This is the Intel N100 processor. So it's not even the entry level. It's not even the entry level Celeron processor. It's the N100 processor. And here's why I bring this up. People's #1 complaint about their computer. What do you hate about your computer right now?
Too slow.
It's too slow, right?
Yep.
That is
100%.
Everybody says it's just too darn slow. Well, the N100 processor, and we can actually show you this in black and white, comparing it to a computer from processor from 5 years ago. If I told you it was twice as fast, you would say, that's great. It's not. If I told you 4 times, you would say that's great. It's not. It is 12 times faster gaming. Wow. It is up to 8 times faster high definition video. That's 800% faster high definition video. We've talked a lot about who is this for. Everybody watches video. If you're a grandma and you're searching for a great cruise, I guarantee you, you're gonna watch, you know, reviews of the cruise that somebody made and somebody posted, right? Or if you're doing a search online about something, video results as well as pictorial results, as well as text results, they all come up. But they come up to 800 times faster. So when you're multitasking on your computer, sorry, I'm so used to doing it that way. The easiest way to do it is like this. When you're multitasking on your computer, or when you are watching video, now, I want to just talk about that number for 1 minute. And I love doing this with Lynn, because Lynn has been here. I think, is Bobby Ray the only host in the building who's been here longer, right? So I'm going to ask, I ask hosts this a lot. I go, okay, Lynn, I'm telling you, in 5 years, this device has become 800% faster. Can you name anything else? Be it an eye cream, be it a cleaning product. Usually if things are 20 or 25% faster, that's a revolution.
Yeah,
Is there
no
anything
way.
you can think of in the, you know, that, forget 5 years, that in 30 years has become 800% better at what it does?
No, absolutely not. Nor would I ever think a computer would be.
It's only because technology moves at a pace. Look, that's a live shot, by the way. I got to put my fingers in it because it looks so good you wouldn't even think it was on the screen. Yeah. Technology moves in a way that nothing else can move. And I'll give you an example, if I may. 2-3 years ago, again, that looked so good you wouldn't even believe it's on a $300 computer. You hadn't heard of ChatGPT, right? You hadn't heard of AI. I've been telling this story today. I'll never forget my godson, my sister's oldest. They live in Park City, and I go out there, and when I'm lucky, I get to ski once a year. 2 or 3 years ago, we were at dinner, and he said, hey, Uncle A, have you heard of ChatGPT? I'll never forget, because he beat me to it. I didn't know what he was talking about. Well, we all know what ChatGPT is. It barely, even if you don't know what it is, you've heard of it. It's all over the news every day now. And AI, artificial intelligence, has taken over in a way 3 years ago, when you bought your last computer, nobody had heard of those things. So when I talk about 800% faster, you have to remember how things have changed to another smaller extent. Even the processor in this, processors are measured in what are called nanometers, the size. It's a smaller processor, which means it's still faster, but it takes up less energy. So now instead of a 7-hour battery, this has a 12-hour battery. Instead of weighing 5 pounds, it weighs 8 pounds. There's all of these things that make it better, and extraordinarily, at least for the next 250 people or so, but it doesn't raise the price. You see right now that if purchased separately priced, which I think is so important because that means in the real world, if you buy this computer and all the Chromebook, we include all kinds of great software. By the way, I get the question a lot, can I do Microsoft things? Like, can I do Word and Excel and PowerPoint? Yes. If you have a subscription to those, you can download those right from the Play Store as well. With everything we would include in retail, you would expect to pay a little bit over $900. It is not often you see anything, let alone electronics, at a 2/3 off sale.
No.
You know, if you can get a computer at a 10% off sale, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
But at a 2/3 off sale, it is really just its own animal.
And that's why, yeah, it was supposed to last up until midnight, and this is going to be last and final call. You know, to that point, everything we're talking about, one of my personal fears has always been online banking. And, you know, just that one thing, and this is one thing that I always loved about Chromebooks that Aaron was just explaining to us, the security factor. The fact that I don't have to, you know, worry about any kind of security, you know, or any type of opportunity where somebody can get into my information. That to me, and Aaron, I'll have you comment on that as well, is worth its weight in gold, because I am very old school. You know, like my late father would never, ever do banking online.
Yes.
I mean, no way, no how. And I get it. You know, even when it first came out, it was like a big fear and a lot of people did have issues with it.
I'd love to talk about that.
But please do, because to me that, and especially not have to pay $1,000 for a computer, that I can have that peace of mind. That means, now that's just my personal story, but I think a lot of people feel the same way.
There's actually a couple of things I want to talk about with that. So first of all, let's show again, as we get into the last 10 minutes of our presentation, I'd love to show everyone again why a Chromebook, because what Lynn just mentioned is one of the top 3 reasons to buy a Chromebook. And again, a Chromebook is just another way of saying a laptop computer with Google's operating system. You know, just many of you love the Android operating system because it's so easy and because it's so safe and because it's so reasonable, frankly, you know. A Chromebook, because of its speed, there's virtually no setup or startup time. It's ready right away. Because of its simplicity, you can easily access the Google apps that you already use, as well as millions of other apps that are available on the Google Play Store. But what Lynn was just asking, the security. There is built-in virus protection. There are automatic updates as well. So what that means, in a nutshell, is, for example, doing your banking online. I mean, it's hard to use a bank and not do banking online now. It's darn near impossible, right? And frankly, I want you to be able to participate in those kind of things. It's also
easier, convenient.
Really convenient, right? Yeah. Like once your life is opened up to that, they're good things. You just have to be able to use them under conditions which are safe. Well, first of all, your Chromebook makes it safe for you. Again, since 2013, when the first Chromebook came out, there has never been a breach of the Chrome operating system. So unlike other systems where you have to buy antivirus, anti-spyware, anti-malware, so you have to, in effect, be as much your computer technician as your computer user. Chromebook does that for you. I do want to mention briefly something else we have available, because you mentioned your dad being like extra careful, and some of us really are. And if you are, good for you. I am too. This is actually a software that's additionally available that protects your computer, your tablet, and your smartphone. It's called Aura, and it is specifically identity theft protection and more. So if anything bizarre happens, even if it has nothing to do with your computer, it's able to monitor your bank account and your credit rating, even your phone number as it relates to telemarketing calls and those sort of things for you. It's a pretty wonderful online protection. So you brought that up, and I know a lot of us think about, you know, I sell shredders here, so I talk a lot about various kinds of security. if you want to really protect yourself, even beyond your computer. Again, Chrome has this wonderful built-in protection. You are safe on your computer, but Aura is a nice thing to think about.
Wonderful, and that's on 5 Flex Pays today too. So all of the accessories, everything else. Okay. Going back, I know one of the questions I wanted to ask you, which you had said, Windows 10 support.
This is a big thing.
Ends in October. Can you explain exactly what that means?
I'd be happy to. Yeah, no, it would be my pleasure. So this is not a Windows computer. This is a Chrome operating system. This is a Google computer, excuse me, a Google Chrome computer. That said, we use the computers to do the exact same things, you know, just to go online, to pay our bills, to surf the web, to all those kind of things. However, many of you, I'm sure, have a Microsoft PC right now. Windows 10 is the most current operating system from Microsoft is Windows 11, okay? It came out during COVID, probably 4 years ago. Before that, we had Windows 10. Microsoft discontinues, every few years, they discontinue their older operating systems. Starting October 14th, 2025, that's a few months from now. If you have a Windows 10 operating system, it will no longer be supported for Microsoft. So that means every day you will feel it get slower. Every day when your apps update and your operating system doesn't, there's going to be more of a divide. You're not alone. 400 million people still use Windows 10.
Really?
And on October 14th, there's going to be a little bit of a rude awakening. And I'll tell you how it works. We know this because this isn't the first time Microsoft has, you know, discontinued support. They've done this on all their previous operating systems. It happens every few years. And being in this industry, I see it. It's not until about a month beforehand that people start paying attention. And you start seeing on the, you know, the front page of the New York Times kind of thing, hey, remember this. And then everybody wants a computer at the same time, and then it's harder to get a computer, particularly at a lower price. The supply becomes a little constrained. The reason I mention that, particularly if you have a Windows 10 computer and need a new one, do not wait. We know we will not have a lower price today special on a computer all year. So it's not like you're waiting for, will they have one between now and October 13th or 14th, excuse me? No. The answer, we'll have other great computers, we'll have other great prices on computers, but for a Today Special, for a Chromebook, this is the only Chromebook Today Special we have scheduled, period, for the year. The speed, the safety, the security that come along with Chromebook, and it's not just a computer. We call it a 2-in-1 because the most obvious thing is to use it as a tablet and to use it as a computer. Because of that X360 hinge though, you can use it in tent mode, you can use it in all different ways. So it brings a whole nother level of not only sophistication, but of versatility to your computer. I don't think any of us would look at that computer and go, oh, they probably paid $300 for that.
Never in a million years. We're looking more over, like you said, $900 with everything else included.
That's how it feels.
Another question, mouse is included, correct? So that's something that, you know, is that's something you prefer?
Usually about 30 to 40 bucks. It's what's called a wireless USB mouse. That's the dongle. It's called a dongle. It comes along with the mouse. It goes right into the side. And you can, and then it will wirelessly connect to your computer. Of course, when you have a touchscreen, certainly I still use my mouse, but not nearly as much, because when you can just touch the computer to get wherever you need, that's a heck of a lot easier.
And that, going back, is one of the #1 most popular requested features to have on a laptop. Is it, you know, again, and good size screen. This is 14 inches. On top of that, in this price point, and can we talk about the fact that it's easy to convert? Like you said earlier, there's individual buttons, so you can go to laptop mode. We can talk about tablet mode.
So that's really, so those things happen automatically. That's just a matter of literally moving your screen. So we call this laptop mode. It can be vertical, it can be horizontal. We call this tent mode. People love to watch movies in this mode. If we had more time and weren't about to sell out, I would go over and lay in bed and show you. Because this is the way.
Or the airplane. Always so envious of people. Like, oh.
Airplane's a great way, a great place to use this tent mode because it's really stable. It's not gonna, you know, even if somebody knocks into it, it's not going anywhere, which I think is really nice. One of the buttons though that I mentioned that I would show to you that's only on a Chromebook, and I think it's so darn smart. This is called the everything button. So when you give the everything button a touch, like I just did, it brings up this screen. So I'm gonna give it a touch, ready? The everything button. So now, these are some of the apps that I have installed. There's YouTube, oh, you wanna open up the camera, you press that, it opens up the camera. You want to go to Netflix, you press that, it'll open up Netflix for us. You'll see. Think again, you know, this is a computer that has literally, I probably have a dozen different programs running, and it's just so darn fast. If you wanted to look for something that wasn't here, you can go right here and you can search your tabs or your files. You can search the Play Store. Here we can go to Facebook. There's all of these things right at your fingertips, and literally, it's at the touch of one button that is called, aptly enough, the everything button. If you happen to just be joining us, the one thing that I recommend to every single person who is buying this computer today, congratulations to the nearly 4,000 of you. Bravo. You will love it.
Aaron, I have to ask this question because people at home, I'm asking for myself too, because I'm going to miss out. Can you get any more in today?
Oh, that's a great question. So today, absolutely not. We will not have it's not like I'm going to come back at 8 o'clock and go, oh, great news, we found 1,000 in the, because, I mean, we never find 1,000, but HSN will get on the phone with HP sometimes and go, look, do you guys have any? Can we do like delayed delivery, extended delivery?
Right.
There's none of that today.
No.
This is every computer we can put our hands on. Once we sell out, the next, the number went away, 180 computers or whatever.
No.
That will be it. The one thing we do have available still, we have the Harrison bags. You will thank me later that you bought away that is really nice, really easy, and really stylish to take your laptop. Because when your laptop weighs 3 pounds, and when it has a 12-hour battery, you want to take it with you. Take it from a guy who's dropped a lot of computers on air live in his life. It's just, future you will thank you for having done this for 30 bucks. And I think you said it, even the FlexPay and all of that applies.
FlexPay, yeah.
So
to that.
Yeah, choose your color on the Harrison bag for
that's
sure.
been flying out the door. They're telling me it's $29.99.
It should, honestly, it could be its own today's, but that's why I've mentioned it so much. So many people thank me later. Say hi on Facebook or Instagram. I'm _Aaron Berger, AARONBERGER. I have more people just say, hey, I'm really glad you mentioned that bag. I love it. My husband asked for one when I got it home, but while it's on sale, I would pick up 1 or 2 for sure.
Okay, quick update. Now it's the lilac that I have 100, I think, and 50 with everyone in the ordering prep. Okay, fewer than that.
Okay.
But listen.
Silver sold out?
Silver's gone.
Okay, silver's gone, blue's gone,
listen,
we've got lilac. Okay,
and this is what I always love. Like on a day like today, and when we do a Today's Special, the other day we had an amazing Shark vacuum cleaner, and I'm like, please just go online. These are brand names we know, and we are so fortunate at HSN to have this amazing partnership that we can do special opportunity buys like this. I never want to rush you to do anything, but it's these opportunities that Today's Special really truly is and will not be repeated. Better than a back-to-school price. No more at this value. Laptops this year planned as a Today's Special.
Right.
You have that sense of security knowing that it's a Chromebook. All the things you want to do, it's faster. Has that, you know, again, the speed that we're looking for everyday things. I mean, this is not just like, oh, weekends or, you know, no. People use this as their,
work,
you know,
for
for
school,
screening.
for on the go, for home. One of the things I love about it, yes, the Intel processor, yes, the wireless mouse, all of those sort of things, but it is a smaller screen in that it's a 14-inch screen, but because it's a touch screen, it might as well be a 27-inch screen because you can pinch and zoom and you can make text so large and you can make images so large. And if you're playing a game, you can make that bigger. Whatever it is you want to do on the computer, it can be whatever size you want because you have the pinch zoom capability built in. That, Lenny, is a game changer.
Oh, it really is. Okay, and the other thing is Brands You Love Weekend. HP is that. For that, we did 5 flex payments on it. We mean free shipping and handling on top of everything else.
Talk about making it easy,
and 30-day money-back guarantee. You know, all the things that we love and that you trust here at HSN. And if you're thinking about, this is a close-up of the lilac. I think it's beautiful.
It's so
like a
pretty.
soft amethyst.
So pretty.
And you don't find, it's not like you just go anywhere and find these colors, right?
No,
that's another
actually
thing.
exclusive. We, HP, built that exclusively for
us.
HSN. That color we did.
Love. That's a
sure
conversation
did.
piece in itself. So $60 with FlexPay.
Okay.
We'll have this at your home in the next few days, unless it's on extended delivery, but I don't think so. I think
to
we
my
should
knowledge,
be there.
I don't think we've had any extended delivery.
And of course, you have your 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, I'm new at this, right?
Okay.
Aaron, I get this home.
What do you do?
Do I have to call a specialist? How do I get going? I know it's such a silly question, but I think
it's not a silly question.
You know,
You know why it's not a silly question? Because most people set up computers 2 or 3 times in their lives. I
Yeah.
set them up every day because it's what I do. I totally get it. What did I set up? Man, I set up something the other day. I had to call my brother, who's like Mr. Fix-It. Oh, I can't think of what it is. And I was like, I know I'm going to sound stupid. He's like, you're not stupid, Aaron. You know, I'm a woodworker or whatever. He knows these kind of things. It's a smart question. You'll turn the computer on if you have a Google account already. Many of us have a Gmail account, or we have an account. Many of us use the Google Drive to store files across our Google devices. Many of us have Android phones. If you have a Google account already, you'll just log in, lynnmurphy@gmail.com or what have you. If you don't, it'll say, okay, let's set up an account. And you'll set up an account, and it will give you the opportunity to do things like link your phone, to link other devices, to bring over other files that you have or you can just you can start brand new slate, either way. One of the nice things is if you do have other Android or Google devices, it will, I'll touch the everything button here and show you, it will say, do you want me to download the apps that you already have on your other devices, right? So, because maybe you use Gmail a lot, or maybe there's certain games you play or whatever, it'll do all that for you. If not, going to the Google Play Store is about the easiest thing in the whole wide world. You go to the Google Play Store, which is right down here, and you can see whether you're downloading apps, whether you're downloading books, whether you're downloading things for kiddos, whatever it is you're doing, or if you need to search for something, you just press search and you can search from there. We didn't even get into, there's wonderful AI built in. It's called the Gemini AI that's built into this that can really streamline your life in a lot of ways. We kind of got to touch the surface, and in many ways that was intentional, because I do want you to know you don't have to be a computer expert to use this. This is incredibly simple. It is incredibly intuitive. It is incredibly user-friendly. The Chrome browser, which is probably what most people will use the most on their computer, is a browser that many of us use on our non-Google devices. Many of us will load onto our PCs the Chrome browser because it's just so friendly and so easy. How many of you look at that when you open your computer, even if you have a Microsoft computer, because it is such an easy landing page to start?
And it's a comfort one, too.